Guilherme Temega in the house. He's going to jump in the hot seat. You're going to hunt down a couple of other riders who will jump in as we progress through round number one. PLC will come in. Ben Player, Jared Houston, Andrew Lester, and Jeff Hubbard are scheduled to come in the hot seat, but Guilherme Temega is ready to come in.
All right, so I'm going to duck out, Manny. I will see you in a little bit, brother.
You got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, welcome to the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride. Man, it's just big out there. Pride, Useki.com, and net. Good. Guilherme can come in here and correct me on my Portuguese as he finds a seat here. All right, Guilherme is, there you go.
Hello, everyone.
All right, once again.
Welcome to Brazil. Welcome to Itacoatiara.
Oh, there you go. Say that again.
Welcome to Brazil. Bem-vindo a Itacoatiara. Bem-vindo ao Brasil.
All right. All right, Guilherme, you've been watching the conditions out on the cliff here, and what's your take?
Stuff is something new. You want to be English or Portuguese?
Let's do English first, and we can do Portuguese for your Portuguese friends that are watching,
Wow.
if you want.
Yeah, it's cool. Um, yeah, stuff out there. We knew it's not gonna be the ocean of roses today, but that's something that we gotta go through. I think it's a challenge out there. It's a challenge for everybody. It's an eco challenge, and I think it's valid. I think we gotta go through some of these sometimes, and
I don't see why not. The trialists went through it in some even crazier conditions.
yeah, I know, and it's not easy out there to get a good score, but that's the challenge. If you want to be a world champion, you gotta go through this challenge.
All right, so I've seen you for the last 4 days, and you've been wearing the same exact sweater every single day.
I don't have another one.
Okay, look at this. Look at this action out the back. We have Joao Zeke. Nice clean roll right there on the inside. So we're seeing a lot more of these waves come in where they're just going to have these one big moves at the end of their waves. And
That's not Zeke. That's Lucas. I think they switched
the colors, okay, we'll make sure that that is corrected out in the water. You're right. Lucas is wearing the blue.
Yeah, Lucas wearing the blue. That's that's Lucas.
All right, that is Lucas. And again, these one maneuver waves right here is what we're going to see probably a lot of throughout the day, unless you find these smaller waves that have a longer shoulder. So that is Lucas Faria.
Yeah, Lucas Faria.
All
Yeah.
right, so if we got Andrew Bleekers, the Bleeks down a couple doors over, I think they can do that switch on command. But Lucas is actually in the blue jersey, and Joao is in the yellow jersey here in heat number 3, round number 1 of the main event. Woo! All right, so
Well,
it's heavy.
it is heavy. It is windy. It is choppy. It is out of control.
So
It
what's the
is
secret? What's the
he-
secret? What's the secret of getting out of these first round straight into round number 3?
There's no secret. It's all about lucky. You just gotta get the wave. I usually try to get a wave as soon as I can out there. So I can manage the rest of the heat. But there's no really strategy you can do it today. It's just really really tough out there, and I just relax and try to get the waves, and if it happens, happens. If it don't, you go back tomorrow. You have another chance.
All right, so let's talk about the showdown format. The first round, first and second go to round number 3, and third and fourth will go to round number 2. Disadvantages and advantages of the showdown format.
I think the advantage is that you have two chances throughout the contest, and you get to surf more, I guess. Unless you get first place in the round 4 and go straight to the round 6. But other than that, you're gonna
Alright.
surf a lot. Disadvantage is
You waste energy, it seems like.
yeah, that's the point. That's the point. you can run like 4 heats in one day if it's the case, like the case like was in Arica. I had 4 heats on the last day, and I was exhausted. By the final, I was exhausted. My body was like completely numb. But I think we have a lot of days this week. It looks really, really good, the swells, and I think we're not going to run through this problem. And I think the format has a lot of promise, and I really like the format because brings them a lot of man-on-man into the place, and um, I think the challenge is all about man-on-man. It's all
Uh,
about man-on-man.
we saw Jake Stone down the beach, and you can see PLC coming in down the beach. What are the why? What's the difference between being down on the far end and waiting for the smaller lefts, and being right in front of the judges, right where the bigger waves are coming in?
Um, yeah, that's a good question. I think I like the front of the judges better because it's more hollow and there's more. I don't know. There's better peaks, but at the same time there's a couple good left-handers coming by the rock, by the point, and but usually they kind of they can be mushy, they can be you know fake, and personally I like in front of the judges tower better. Yeah.
All right. There's only one other person who has such a dominance in the bodyboarding competition scene. That's Mike Stewart. You're right up there. If not, you guys are head to head, but you guys both are dominating the competition scene. It's been a while since you've had a world title. I believe 2004. It's been a long time. You're back on. I mean, you're here. And what do you think it's going to take to get another world title?
I think it's determination. I think focus and set your goal and work hard for it. I think that's all about, you know, that's pretty much what you need. But the competition is super tough today. There goes Moss.
All right,
Really
Amaury
good.
Laverne, also known as Maz to his fellow friends. And look at that nice clean barrel. Is he going to come out of that? Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Like a nice barrel.
Fine, nice. That's the first deep barrel we've seen this morning from Amaury Laverne, your 2010 world champion. And when we take another look, let's look at this right here in white. That is, I believe, Andrew Lester. All right, so Andrew Lester out there, not much happening for him, but Amaury Laverne, nice clean barrel right there from Amaury. So when we take another look at that wave, you'll notice that he came out of that barrel. It looked like his board was, out of his hands, but he was actually doing. What was he doing there as he was leaving the barrel?
I think he was dealing with the chop, There you go. Deep, deep barrel. There goes Amaury. And yeah, he just want to jump the last chop. That's the chop. That's the step that usually gets you at the end. And
So
he just he tried to deal with it. He dealt really good, and he got a really sick barrel. And he earned like 8 points.
all right,
Yeah,
up and
almost a
running.
9.
Nice.
You
That was the
gotta be
cleanest wave right
stoked.
there. And tell us how powerful this wave is. I mean, we're seeing guys like right there. He's gonna get caught in the churning of the water right there, and now he has to paddle back out through that. How much you have to be physically fit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, Andrew Lester's making his way in.
And usually when you're not physically fit, usually you get your condition halfway through the end of the heat. The first there goes Amaury, really good bottom turn. He saw the barrel was gonna happen. He just relaxed and just let it go.
All right, there you go. Another look at how he was able to maneuver to be able to ride that out, holding his board up and avoiding that chop. And there is Amaury Laverne, another look, 2010 world
Yeah,
champion.
he's happy.
He's a happy camper right now.
Yeah.
That barrel ride came in for Amaury Laverne as probably the highest scoring wave for Amaury. We'll tell you right now.
8.8.
That was an
No.
8.8 ride for Amaury Laverne. That right there is the highest scoring wave of the day so far.
8.88. 3 8s for Amaury.
All right, we got the colors
deal.
situated correctly now. Joao Zeke, 2 waves right there so far. Not high scoring waves, but Wow, the highest scoring wave, Amory Laverne.
Yep, I'm already stoked. I want a barrel like that for my heat.
They're out there, but it's luck. I mean, you
Yeah,
got to be in the
totally.
right place at the right time.
Yeah, oh yeah. More than ever now. Today is just one of those days. There goes blue, Lucas.
Oh,
Yeah, if you let the lip get, catch you at the drop, you it's gonna be hard to make a round. You really gotta speed up to make a round of session and deal with the end of the closeout. Um,
everybody here in Brazil has been waiting for the sun to come out. I mean, for the past 3 days, it's been stormy, rainy, and not the Brazil we've all seen in the postcards and the magazines. But the sun is coming, and what does the swell forecast look like?
the swell, I think today is the peak of the swell, and then it's gonna drop and clean it up throughout the week. And by Tuesday it's gonna be smaller, but I think Wednesday has another swell on Wednesday, and yeah, we're gonna have a lot of waves all week.
And
And
what about the winds? Are the winds going to be good as well?
should be good. Yeah, should be good. What happened in Brazil is when the south, the cold front comes, that's what brings the swell. So if you see a stormy day, like a south wind, stormy day, rain, just relax because the bombs are coming. The waves are coming, and
So you
that's
have to
why.
you have to trade off. You're going to get the storm, but you're
Yeah,
going to get the waves.
yeah. You're gonna get rain, but you're gonna get waves. So that's the trade-off here in Brazil usually.
So
Uh,
your home break right up the road. But how often do you come to this wave to ride and to practice?
Yeah, I came a few times in Itacoatiara. I'm just spoiled by my home break. I was born and raised in Copacabana, post five, and there's really good waves there. But usually Itacoatiara is what gets all the energy. The energy, the swell comes straight here, straight line. No wraps, no anything to deal with. And we in Copacabana, we usually get half of the size those guys get here, all the swells. But nonetheless, Copacabana is my favorite place because it's my home break.
Let me ask you this before we get back to the live action. When you go out to Posto Cinco, do you ever get hassled? Do you get dropped in on, or?
Oh, no way, no way. Man, that's what I tell everybody. I respect everybody all over the world. I gotta respect. I'm not a local any place else. But when I come to Post 5 Copacabana, I can tell you I'm a local
Yeah.
and just get out of my way because I'm home and
All right.
I'm
So what would happen
you know
if you were out there and I saw you taking off deep, and then I saw, hey, it's just Guilherme, and I take off in front of you on drop knee? What would happen?
I'll just let the kids mob you.
All right, so that's how it is when GT is over at his home break, Posto Cinco. And Steve Action Jackson said he's going to take me there. Do you think I'll get that kind of respect over there?
Yeah, you will. You're gonna have fun. No problem. They all good kids,
All right,
good
cool.
people.
Yeah, I can't wait to, I have yet to catch a wave in Brazil, and I've been here 3 days, so hopefully that day will be today or tomorrow. All right, so
Not today, Nan. Not today.
why?
Not today. Look at that.
Look at the inside right there. That's where I'm waiting for.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we saw the heavy conditions all day for the trials, the first day, the second day of the trials, and here we are now, the first day of the main event. Currently out in the water with 25 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Amory Laverne's deep barrel ride of an 8.88 has solidified him in first place. And coming up next in the blue jersey, fellow Brazilian, Kalani Latanzi. This is his home break?
Yeah, that's Kalani's home break. That's João Zic is in the water right now, home break. And those are the new generation from Itacoatiara, which has some top guns already, some really, really, really good bodyboarders here, and the generation just keep growing.
Yeah, we've seen, the likes of Magno, Eder, Roberto, Uri, all these guys coming out of Brazil, and it looks like there's nonstop a flow of top competitors coming out of Brazil, which is pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, Brazil's a factory of bodyboarders. They
And
never stops.
I mean, if you're going to bodyboard in these kind of waves and these conditions, let me ask you this: if there was no contest, how many bodyboarders would be out there?
Today probably few, not many, because yeah, just the top guys probably. But
But that's the thing. I mean, you're gonna have bodyboarders out there in these conditions, and those are the ones that have that drive and want to be able to, you know, follow up in the likes of yourself and the other guys. So it's gonna there's still a flow of bodyboarders coming out of Brazil. So you made me a promise before I came here that you were gonna take me to your favorite restaurant.
yes, I will. There is all you can eat meat or all you can eat pasta. You can choose either or we can do both.
Let's
That
do
goes.
both. Lucas, pull it in on this one right here. So Lucas looking to hold on to that second place slot that he has right there. He's building on a 1.2 wave, and I don't know if that's good. Well, that will be better than a 1.2.
Yeah.
So Amaury Laverne holding steady with that one wave. White, it is Andrew Lester still waiting for a solid wave. He's only has three waves of 1.08, 2.28, and a point 0 or 0.95. Andrew Lester, again, these 40-minute heats are
Uh,
helping out the riders tremendously because in these conditions, that will give you enough time to find these two solid waves.
oh yeah, totally. If you start bad, you can turn around, or if you start good, you can go bad and turn around. And 40 minutes is a lot of time, and you do need a lot of time in this condition. And I think the organizer did a good job, not only choosing to run today, which was kind of um, 50-50, but if you run today, give us some time, and I think they did a good job giving us 40 minutes, and I think nonetheless is a show anyways.
A lot of the organizers and the riders, I like the fact that they're able to talk and to decide to whether or not to hold the conditions or hold the event in these conditions. And personally, I'm stoked that they did run round number one in these conditions because the trialists they went through this stuff and let's get the top 24 out there.
I know. I thought it was a good call, personally, and yeah, I'm stoked to see. It's a challenge, and I love challenge, and
Well, you're coming up, I believe, in heat number 6. That's a few heats from now. You got Ryan Hardy, Sergio Luis, the winner of the trials, and also Guilherme Correa. Uh, I- do you look at the names, or do you just go out and compete as if they're all the same? What goes through your mind when you get ready for these main event heats?
yeah, I look the names, but doesn't matter for me the names. Um, I just want to go out there and do my best. You know, all the hits are tough. All the competitors are tough. You cannot underestimate nobody, or you're gonna get beat up. And that's how the competition is
Yeah.
today. And you just gotta keep yourself, balanced and do your best. That's all. That's all about.
That's all you can do. And especially here for this event, I mean, the waves are heavy and the competition is heavy. So you got to be ready. I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I showed up here, but obviously this wave is definitely challenging.
Yeah, it is. This is the best bodyboard wave in Brazil overall for me. And I told the IBA, let's do it in Itacoatiara. That's the place. That's where there has one of the best bodyboards in Brazil, best waves, and the best environment too. All the Aussies, everybody's digging the place. Everybody's loving it. They can't believe they took so long to come to Brazil, and
Yes.
that's good to hear. Even Uri Valadão, the Brazilian guy, he never came here before.
What?
His first time.
Oh
He was
man.
blown away. Oh my God. He was so embarrassed. I would say, yeah, you gotta be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You gotta be embarrassed.
I mean, every Brazilian should make the pilgrimage here to Itacoatiara. It seems like because you got a variety of waves. You got a left wedge, you got a right wedge, you got this and that wave around the Brock over here called shock. I mean, that's like a different level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got any type of wave here. You can choose. And
Let me. Okay, so I'm a bodyboarder from California. I've never been to Brazil. I show up to Itacoatiara and I paddle out. What kind of vibe am I going to feel out here?
what is good about here is it gets crowded only a certain point. Um, like early in the morning, like from 8 to 10, you're gonna really see an intense crowd. But other than that, you can surf by yourself, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh,
There's nobody
my.
out. Like everybody went out to lunch. There's a little bit of wind,
Oh.
and it just peaks all over the place. And this beach is just amazing because of this. And
What's the ratio of bodyboarders and surfers at this beach?
I think it's 10 bodyboarders to 3 surfers.
Okay.
10
All
to
right.
3.
Take a
There
look.
was Amari he's trying to get his second score just you know, yeah, unfortunately it wasn't enough, but yeah, he's gonna get a point and a half or two. That's an increase of his leader, and you know, he has plenty time. He has 18 minutes to get another wave, so
Well, look.
he's relaxed.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
relaxed.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the mental game comes into play too when you're in when you're in the heats. We saw. Did you feel relaxed at the last event against Dave Winchester in that heat where you were in the lead, and then in the last 20 seconds everything changed?
Yeah, sort of. Sort of. Like I was counting too much on the clock, and I should have just tried to get my second score, which I didn't have.
Yeah.
And you know, everything turned to his way, and that's how bodyboard is. That's how the competition is. And this heat is not over yet either. A Maori can be relaxed, and anything can happen. You know, somebody can get an 8, a 9. You know, he was lucky, but other 2 guys can be lucky too. So it's still plenty time. Still, you know, you shouldn't talk too much yet. And this is the IBA. This is, you know, power bodyboarding you know, throughout the whole heat.
All right, check it out. We do have time for us to relax as we go down with Alex Leon with the winner of the last heat. Alex, where you at, brother?
Thanks, boys. Down here with Pierre. Pierre, mate, tough conditions out there, I gather.
Yeah, it was really really tough. It's always hard to surf a big beach break, and today the conditions are very difficult. I didn't surf that place so much, so it was very tough.
Yeah, I've seen you go for a nice, pretty solid invert there off a big 8-foot section there, just coming unstuck on the landing, but that's what you got to do out there, don't you, in these sort of conditions?
Yeah, I guess that's what everyone's gonna do, but it's very hard to handle the moves, and I just learned my lesson today once again. It's gonna be a very hard. It's gonna be whoever lands his move that's gonna win the comp for sure.
And we just saw in that heat that's on now, Maury getting a nice barrel. So there are barrels out there, aren't there?
Yeah, they are. There is everything, massive ram, big barrels. It's all about having the luck to get them, really.
And you moved into round 3 now, so bit of a relief for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It's always good to skip around, to relax and everything, but yeah, it's gonna be difficult the next hit for sure.
Yeah, what's it like shallowness out there? Is it pretty shallow?
Yeah, it's like a big shore break. It's like where I'm from, like from Hossego, where I used to surf, but like a bigger version, so it's pretty scary.
All right, no worries. Well, good on you for getting through to round 3, and I'm sure you'll be cheering on all the other boys.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty happy to be now sitting and just watch.
All right, back to you boys in the booth.
All right, so yeah, here, you heard it again. You heard it again from PLC. It's heavy conditions out there, and we saw a few waves from the current heat out on the water. Heat number 3 of round number 1 of the main event here for the Itacoatiara Pro, sponsored by Pride. Uskit.com and net. Manny V here with Guilherme Tamega in the hot seat for this heat. Guilherme, you're getting ready, coming up in heat number 6 against Ryan Hardy, Sergio Luis, and Guilherme Correa. That's coming up in a couple heats from now, and we appreciate you for coming in for at least one heat and talk to us. So, you know what? You got the mic. Do you want to say anything in Portuguese to all the Portuguese viewers out there?
Yeah. Fala, galera. As condições estão difíceis, como vocês estão vendo, mas a organização resolveu botar para começar o campeonato de algum jeito, né? Não tá nenhum mar de rosas, mas eu acho que está valendo, porque é um desafio para todo mundo, não só para mim, para todos os outros competidores. E isso que é o bodyboard, né? Competição também. Se você quer ser um campeão mundial, você tem que participar e passar por todos os desafios da vida. E hoje aqui, ó, Itacoatiara não tá brincadeira. Mas se você tiver sorte, tu vai pegar onda boa.
Okay, what I got out of that is,
Yeah, pretty much what I told you before.
yeah.
And I told you in Portuguese. Queria mandar um beijo para meus filhos, minha mãe, meu pai, meu irmão, estão lá. Amo vocês, minha sogra, que está em Brasília, cuidando dos meus filhos. Obrigado, sogrinha, sogrão. Daqui a pouco a gente está aí. Kim, Kiron, papai ama vocês.
Is your family here?
Yeah, my kids is one my mother-in-law in Brasilia.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm here with my wife and just
Doing your thing.
doing my thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
all right. So we saw right there that wave selection is a vital component today in round number 1. And we saw right there Andrew Lester just struggling out there trying to find his composure. And you can see a little splash of the water right there, frustration from Andrew Lester. He is sitting on 2 very low scoring waves, very uncharacteristic from Andrew Lester, who's usually up in the 1 or 2 spot, but here he is sitting in 4th place in his first heat. Lucky for him, this is a non-elimination round. Top 2 will go into round number 3. 3rd and 4th will go into round number 2. So it's not over yet, but round number 2, yes, that is an elimination heat. And I don't know if you talked to the boys or Alex Leon, the director, but are we going to see another round number 2 go out today?
I doubt it. I don't think we're going to have much time. I don't know if they're going to start in round number 2 or what they're going to do, but I doubt they're going to do anything else today because since the heats are 40 minutes long,
It's taking
I
a
don't think
lot of time.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have much time to even maybe start but not finish the round 2. I don't know. But
When does that meeting go down? When you guys get together and say, okay, do we go, or is it too late?
usually early in the morning, there's a check-in, like 6:30 in the morning every day. It was today, they have a second call, a second meeting at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Because this morning was kind of out of control. And they were waiting on the wind, they were waiting on the weather, see what was going to happen. And they made the call around 10 o'clock with asking the riders. We all decide together either they're going to run it or not. And I think the majority said yes.
Cool. Yeah, I talked to Amaury Laverne, and I talked to you, and both of you guys. Once you heard it was a go, I saw a little smile on your face. You guys want to get the muscles loose and get rocking and rolling. It is a non-elimination round, so that was a pretty check mark on the pros to go for it. Let's do something. Let's get the viewers stoked. I mean, because a lot of people are tuning in from all over the world and are up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning just to tune in to see the live feed from the Itacoatiara Pro. I mean, we have Japan, we got Taiwan coming in, and from Sydney. I mean, Sydney, Australia, it's like 2, 3 in the morning over there, and they're all tuning in. So I'm glad we made the call to give you the live broadcast. So here is what we have in the water.
Round number 1, heat 3, Amaury in a pretty good lead.
Yeah.
I haven't given up on Lester yet.
No,
I know
never.
Lester is a really tough competitor, and he usually start really good in every of his heat, all his heat. But today it's not happening. But I think he can turn around anytime. And the 2 Brazilians in the middle, Lucas in second place, and João Zic, the local boy, in third. And we still 10 minutes left and a lot of heat to go.
So the conditions here, I mean, we've been seeing this massive rip current rip through the beach, and if you get caught in that, what do you do? What are you thinking? What do you want? Tell us what happens.
There goes Lester.
Lester looking for something to happen there, and again, he's not finding those shoulders.
Yeah. There goes local boy Zeke.
All right, Joao Zeke coming off the
His nickname
bottom.
is Monica.
His nickname is
Monica.
Monica.
Yeah, Monica. Cebolinha Monica. It's a cartoon characters.
Okay.
Yeah, then Monica is the one that has a big, the
Big teeth. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, if they Google search Monica Brazil, would
Yeah.
Joao Zeke's face pop up?
yeah. It will. For sure.
All right, so out in the water right now is heat number 3, round number 1. Manny V holding it down with Guilherme Temega. You're one of the fiercest bodyboarding competitors in the world. And here he is, keeping his cool, calm for 40 minutes to help out in the live broadcast. He will be going out in heat number 6 coming up soon against Ryan Hardy, Sergio Luis, the winner of the trials, and Guilherme Correa. He's going to be coming up soon, but we are currently out in the water with heat number 3. Omri Laverne, solid barrel ride right off the bat, 8.88, and that's it. I mean, we're going to give you the live feed of round number 1. You said your wife's in town. Is she here on the beach?
Yeah, she's on the beach.
Oh,
She's here with me, and
Okay, cool.
pretty stoked to have her.
How difficult is it as a family man to be on the world tour?
Oh, it's so hard, man. When I have my first kid, my first child, a lot of people was telling me, "Oh, it's gonna be so hard for you to travel now." I was like, "Why? It's not gonna change. It's just a baby born,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and after born and after you see what's up, now I know why it's so hard. It's not because you're gonna go just for another trip. It's because you're leaving your kids behind.
It's an emotional thing
The
now.
emotional thing, that just poke you in your heart so hard. That's so tough to deal with it. But I'm getting better. I'm trying to deal with it better, and that goes no. And gotta buy a gift every time. Bring it a gift every time to the kids to stoke them out. Daddy's back.
Yeah.
Here's your prizes.
Did you go
Yeah.
home after the Chile event, or did you come straight here?
Yeah, I went home. I went straight home, but they were here. They were in Brasilia waiting for me.
Oh,
And I went straight to Brasilia. Hang out with them for a little bit.
what gifts did you bring from Chile for your kids?
I bought my Kieran. I bought some Ninjago fighting thing, the cartoon. He was stoked. And Kim liked to draw. She liked to make drawings, so I brought some more crayons and more felt pens
Nice.
to her, and she was stoked.
But you
Yeah.
can get those anywhere. What made the?
No, but the thing is, I gotta arrive with the thing.
Oh,
It gotta be in
okay.
my backpack. If it's not in my backpack, I'm in trouble.
And they know.
Oh yeah, they already look at the bag like, oh, let's see what we got there. No, it's all about arriving with the thing. That's
All
the
right.
thing.
So they know.
Yeah, they know.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
so ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen, one more time, welcome. This is Manny V with Guilherme Temega in the hot seat. We're bringing you the live feed of round number 1 of the main event. Currently out in the water is heat number 3 with 6 minutes remaining in a commanding lead with a solid 8.88. Given for a long barrel ride, coming out clean was Omri Laverne. He is currently in first place in the red jersey. And conditions have been like this all morning. You have a side shore coming in. Sometimes it goes offshore for a couple minutes, but the waves are still pounding in. Currently in second, Lucas Faria. How do you pronounce his last name properly?
Faria.
Faria. Okay.
Lucas Faria.
He has 6.13 and a 3.83 currently in second. Joao Zeke and Andrew Lester struggling a little bit with their 1.83 and 4.25 for Joao. And Andrew Lester, he is struggling right now to get a score higher than a 2.28. Very uncharacteristic of Andrew Lester. But again, these are some very difficult conditions that they have to contend with.
Yeah, like I say about the challenge, but yeah, right now seems like the waves is even tougher right now because I think the wind picked up and it's really really choppy, and I think the tide's going low maybe, and there's not much action.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, and
Here's what we got coming up in round number 1. Heat number 4, we're going to see Dave Winchester, the winner of the Arica Chilean Challenge just a couple weeks ago. We have from the Basque Country, Alex Uranga. He'll be wearing the white jersey. And Chase O'Leary, the Australian, coming in there. And He looks Irish, like a leprechaun right there, but he will be wearing a yellow jersey. And Kalani Latanzi, he is the local kid coming out here in the blue jersey. That'll be coming up next. And this is going to be an intense heat as well.
Oh yeah, everything's gonna be intense from now on. Then intense time has started, and you know, buckle your seatbelts and let's go for a ride.
You got to be physically fit. You have to be ready to paddle out into a beach break that's delivering some massive 7 to 8 foot bombs with no channels. And if you get caught inside of that thing, you plan to spend another 2 minutes paddling out because you're going to get washed in a little bit and deal with more sets on your head. So, I mean, definitely some serious trying times for the competitors here for the first round of the main event.
Yeah, the conditions are really, really tough right now. Um,
So I'm going to take you up on that all-you-can-eat meat restaurant. Is it the one where they bring it out on a spigot and they carve
Yeah.
it onto your plate?
yes.
There's a place like that in San Diego I went to, and it was amazing. It was bacon-wrapped steak fillets that they just carve onto your plate, and rice and beans.
That too.
That seems like to be a staple here.
Yes, that's everyday food for the Brazilians. Rice and beans. I grow up on the rice and beans, and also on the beans and rice. And the the barbecue. This is a source, Manny. Every time
ready.
started here.
I'm ready.
And if you ate in San Diego, you're gonna eat even better here. And
Oh.
that's a Maori.
Well, he's not going to eat that one on his lunch plate, but look, he's trying to still hold on and pull through right
Oh
there.
yeah, he said, I'm making it. I'm making it.
All right, and more action out the back. We have blue Lucas Varia. Nice, clean move on the outside, comes into the inside. So Amari and Lucas are going to hold steady, I'm pretty sure, for the next 2 minutes. But again, Lester can come out with a solid wave. You can't count anybody out until the last horn has been sounded. So I'm down. One of these days when the competition is over, I'm totally down. What am I looking at for the all-you-can-eat meat place? Like $30 US?
Yeah, total bill will be around $30.
And do you
Yeah.
tip here in Brazil?
The tips comes included.
Okay.
They include the 10% of the tip.
Okay, so
on the
that's
bill.
included in the price because I know there's some places I want to give a tip in the last couple of days, and they're like, no, you don't have to give a tip, but we still leave a few reals for the person.
Oh yeah, they get super stoked.
Yeah,
For sure.
They're like, okay, another American.
Yeah, but you gotta try the all-you-can-eat pasta. They have the best here in Italy.
Homemade.
It's amazing.
All
All the pizzas, all the pastas,
Okay.
you know, lasagnas.
If my
you know.
wife heard that right now, all you can eat pizza, she would say, "Oh no, my husband's gonna come back with 5 more pounds on his fat body."
Oh yeah, but you can always burn that. It's gonna.
You're right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, GT in the hot seat with Manny V. Here we go, winding down. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. We do have, I think, Ben Player on standby. He's going to switch off with Guilherme Tamega. So within the last minute and a half, coming up, we have Omri Laverne and Lucas holding it steady in first and second. Joao and Lester having a shocker out there with
Oh, how's this set?
the higher
Oh.
score wave of 4.25. But again, massive conditions still coming in on this beach break. Anybody in position to take off on this one?
Oh, Les is
Turning around. Nobody.
nope.
But, I mean, you do not want to be caught inside on these waves.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
But if you do, you better be ready. You better
Just
have
relax. Take a deep breath and relax. You
Don't
know.
panic. And
Yeah, count to 10, maybe 15.
All right, so look at this beautiful location. I mean, it looks like something straight out of, Jurassic Park. I'm still waiting for Tyrannosaurus Rex to come through that valley over there. But it's amazing. People, when the sun comes out, the beaches just get filled up.
Yeah, the sun is not even out, fully. And look at the beach; it's packed. And it's amazing how they kept this place so nice, and they
What I-
kept the environment so in touch.
From what I read in the online on Wikipedia and everywhere else, this is a conserve part of the conservation area